Leonard. This is Leonard Church of Steel News. We are here today to interview Mr. Jacques Schnee about the latest development on the war against Grimm. Mr. Schnee. Jacques, I was always a supporter of Atlas' fight against Grimm. As I supplied Atlas Army with dust at half price, the Paladin combat mech, as well as many other contributions. My latest today is a new prototype combat suit that was designed to assist men and women in combating the Grimm. It was one of my newly designed mechs responsible to the recent rescuing of those refugees. Leonard, interesting. And how do you feel about your children partaking in military affairs? Jacques, well, it was I who urged them to contribute to society like I have. Later, Jaune, Warden. Whitley, that lying backstabbing weasel. It was my Jaune, the Arcs, and my great-grandfather who inspired me, not him. Willow. Whitley, calm down. Whitley, no. I'm not gonna sit here and let him stain Jaune's and great-grandpa Warden's sacrifice. Penny. Whitley, please calm down, this is not good for your health. Whitley, what I need is to get in there and expose that bastard for the lying snake that he is. Pietro, I have a good idea, but it would be more better if you were there on site. Winter. Helmsman, take us to that broadcasting station. Helmsman. Understood, Captain. The ship speeds its way to the news tower. After a few more moments, someone busted in the newsroom. It was a colored white, heavily armored trooper. Whitley, don't you dare take credit for what Jaune and the rest of those I care about. They inspired MW to be this, not you. Jacques. Whitley, what are you doing here? Whitley, I'm here to prove that you aren't the one taking down the Grimm. Jacques, that's where you're wrong, boy. He gestures for the monitor to turn on as it now shows weird powered armor fighting Grimm. Jacques, you see here? These are my new personal troopers, and they are doing what I ordered them to do, defend Atlas. Fun fact, this is an anime adaptation of the Starship Troopers. Whitley looked enraged by what he is seeing. Whitley, you think you made that? Those are prototypes that Jaune and I scrapped. You stole these designs. Jacques, you think because you have an idea it belongs to you? Where would we have been if everyone was selfish as you? Then a shout rang in. Willow, you're one to talk about being selfish. My son and his friends are the reason why Atlas and Mantle are still standing. As the monitor was hijacked by Pietro and replayed the entire Battle of Atlas. Meanwhile, Jaune, Warden. The Federation was also watching. Baba, highway, that's me. Look, it's me. Dutch, you shitting me. 101. No shit, it's Lost Patrol. Camacho, woohoo. Geo. Wow, the cameras do make my ass look big. Back to the news station. Winter joins in along with more mobile infantry. Winter, and the patent on those hunks of steel you call armor is Federation property. The screen shows the armor designs and its progression to the Mk2 powered assault armor along the Paladin's design from the Marauder. Willow, you are nothing but a liar and a thief. I, with all authority of my ancestors of the Schnee family, I Willow Schnee publicly disown you, Jacques Gelly. Winter, and by the authority of the Federation you are under arrest for theft of sensitive and national data. Men, arrest him. As the MI grabbed him by both of his arms and dragged him off as he screams heresy. Leonard, wow, now that was something. But a question remains, who will now lead the SDC? Willow, I will, and I name my daughter Schnee as my successor. She looks to the camera. Willow, when you're done being a Huntress Weiss, come home, you're always welcome there. Meanwhile, Beacon Academy. RWBY dorm. Weiss was crying looking at her scroll, but it wasn't tears of sadness, but tears of happiness as her family is once again getting back together. Her team came close and comforts her as she was finally getting her family back. Whitley smiles as his family is now mending. Later that day, Menagerie. The people of Kwakana was celebrating the fall of Jacques as the SDC now promises more better reforms for everyone, especially the Faunas. White Fang headquarters. Sienna was sitting on her throne lounging and smiling at the reports as she feels the White Fang is no longer needed as an aggressive force. It was then she publicly announced that the White Fang will become a humanitarian organization as the need for equality was no longer their priority, but to aid in building up Remnant as a better world to live. Menagerie Belladonna residence. Gyra, can you believe it? The world is finally on the right path. Callie, yeah, and it was thanks to a Schnee. Gyra, Not just in my love, but that young man who saved us. That man named Paul and John. Callie embraces him as she was saddened that it was the dead who made the difference. Callie, I hope they're at peace. Gyra, they are my love. My only regret is that they're not here to witness this. Federation Republic City. CS, Willow. Saffron, are you sure? Tara, yes, those troopers are the ones attacking the Grim. I'm sending the reports to Dr. Polandina for further study. Pietro, so the ones attacking the Grim was the cheap knockoffs that Jock had made. It seems to be running on an inferior version of Whitley's dust reactor. Penny, it's so crude compared to what was finalized. Pietro, this is why you shouldn't steal someone else's work, honey. I know you miss him too. Penny, he was like a big brother Papa. Why do bad things happen to good people? Pietro, that's how the world is, but like he said, dare to see it for what it could be. Penny picked herself up. Penny, yeah, we can do it. I'll stand by Whitley and John's dream. Pietro, @Ta girl.